Well, I can honestly say this is the first real day when I got here that I don't have plans to go back to Nashville. So, as a lot of you know, I drove a U-Haul. What day was that? Wednesday. I drove down, unloaded the U-Haul, all my guitars and stuff, and then, did a few things here. And then Saturday morning, got up at the crack of dawn, caught a flight back to Nashville, helped finish clean up the house. So, our house is sold. Whew. And then get like 4 or 5 hours sleep, then got up at 1 a.m. and drove all the way back here. So I'm a little bit fried. Now, I did get an hour, could get to lay down for an hour, but the wife must have wanted me up or something, because they came in and they started fiddling around. And so I'm a little frazzled, but I feel pretty good. And I'm hopeful for the future. And I want to thank everybody in the comments that's reached out. I've had people wanting me to join their bands, and one guy hit me up about doing a Genesis tribute, and I've got all these great people reaching out. And the idea to do one of these front porch vlogs from the car after going for the wife and getting the wife dark chocolate, it just came to me. And these moments of inspiration where I just feel like, okay, this is a great story. So a good friend of our family, and a good friend of my mom, and a good friend of mine, and my wife, and everybody, she also has a place down here close by. And she was out, with her husband today, and they hit a couple of bars, and they met, some people, and somebody said, oh, this other guy, he's a really good guitar player. And he said, yeah, I'm playing down in Flagler Wednesday night. You tell your friend from Nashville to come down, and he can plug right into my stuff and he can play. So this good friend of our family's, called me up and said, hey, I met this guy, and it's this bar down in Flagler, and you can come plug into his stuff, and all this, and I get it. They're wanting to help, just like everybody is wanting to help. And I'm very much appreciate it, and I am looking for opportunities. But having the week that I've had right now, it's like I can't even fathom going and doing anything like that. And I haven't done that kind of thing in probably a decade. Just, go to a jam or something like that. And, all the players that know me in Nashville, there's a lot of little things where people get together and they play for free, and they do these tributes and all this kind of stuff. Man, I've done so many character builder gigs in my life that I just don't have any interest in it. But the other thing is, I've changed my lifestyle greatly. And, I no longer reside in that crazy world of playing in bars, and I don't want to go back to that. I'll do it some, and if I can pick and choose my spots and make enough money to, cover expenses and make a couple bucks, then I don't mind, doing that. But I don't want to be in dive bars. And nothing against dive bars, because I love them. And I know how much fun they are. But it's not the kind of fun that I want to have anymore. And I don't want to be put in that position. My wife, she has a brother, and he goes to Vegas all the time. And Well, why don't you go with them? And it's guys trips. I just, man, my whole life has been a guys trip. I don't need to be in that situation. Not saying that I couldn't behave myself. I certainly could. But I don't even want to be in the position where I have to even consider, having to behave myself. I just don't want to be put in these situations, and bars make me feel like drinking. I get nervous. It's just like going to a party. Now, my high school class just had, I think it was their, was it the 40th year reunion? That sounds crazy to even think about. Maybe it was 35 or 30. I don't even know. I'm 57. You do the math. But they just had their reunion, and I've never gone to any of them. I've got a handful of people that I know from back then, and it's so long ago, and I just can't. I can't go back. I can't go back. I don't want to go back to being who I was when I was playing in the bars. So I told this person that, hey, I just don't really do that sort of thing, and I don't really want to play bars, and I'm really just trying to, one, get my bearings, get used to the heat, figure out what I'm going to do, figure out our housing situation, because right now we're just in a temporary location, and it's not, I don't even have like all my stuff. It's like everything's in boxes, and it's a little bit chaotic. But, I had to explain to this person that, look, I don't drink, I've got this 3-year-old daughter, and I don't really want to be putting myself in positions. I said, these guys are cranking out bar tunes. I haven't even really done that in a long time. And it's not to say that I couldn't or I'm too good for that. I'm not. But I just have to do what's best for me. And so I told her, look, I don't want to do this. I'd love to get together with you guys, but, just going, I said, probably I would go check these guys out first before I would do anything, before I go bringing a guitar and doing all this. These guys might be incredible. I don't know. But, I just had to explain to her, look, I don't really do Led Zeppelin covers and Lynyrd Skynyrd and, and all that. I've been in Nashville, but I don't even do the Broadway thing. What I do is more, I would call an upscale dining type gigs where, I would wear a dinner jacket and I would play, a little bit of everything, but not playing Give Me 3 Steps in a sweaty bar and feeling like, oh shit, I need a beer I couldn't get through this song. I need a beer. Because I've been there. I've done that. And I've drank so many beers in my lifetime that it's just like going back to that just seems like, it seems like a major step backwards. Nothing against it. If that's what you want to do, if you want to play Give Me 3 Steps and pound beers, man, go for it. Because I already did that. But, it's funny. I'm just trying to help, and I get it. And everybody is trying to help. And once again, everybody that's reaching out about Tampa or Florida, man, I love it. And don't stop. Please tell me where to go, where to play. Who's the best drummer in Tampa? Who's the best R&B drummer in Tampa? Who's the best jazz drummer in Tampa? Who's the best blues drummer? And who are the best bass players in Tampa? This I want to know. Because I want to play with the best. And that is what I want to do. I want to play slightly elevated bar music. And what do I mean by that? Just, a little bit more chord changes, maybe a little more dynamically played than just bashing it out in a bar. And I've got some ideas of some great people that can join me in this area and will join me on some of these gigs. And man, it's going to be a really great thing. When and if I do play here in Florida, it's going to be good. I'm going to demand that it's good. And that doesn't mean we're going to have to rehearse 5 days a week. No, I'm going to get guys that are so good that I just call the tune and they count it off and boom, we go. Because that's what I'm used to in Nashville. I'm used to playing with people that, you know, except on rare occasion where you get a sub, you know, everybody's able to bring it. So, but the funny thing, the prologue to this, as I'm in Publix getting my wife's chocolate and the paper towels and the ham, you know, that she wanted me to get, I get a text from my mom's friend. Well, they're the green tree, blah blah blah, and I'm going, oh, the green tree, blah 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 blah, like weed. And I said, you know, trees. Smoking trees, that's what the kids call it. I said, you know, these guys sound really fun, and I'd probably have a great time, but this is not the kind of fun that I'm looking for right now. So, and maybe at that point, maybe she got it. Because I told her specifically, I don't want to be in bars. I love dive bars. I love them. And if I didn't have a kid, I would probably, me and my wife would still be sitting up in a dive bar and, you know, essentially up to no good, because, you know, it's nothing ever really good came from it. But, you know, I just don't want to go there. You know, I feel like I've made a lot of progress in life and maybe learned some lessons. And, man, I want to keep on the up. I want to keep going up. And so, not going to be jamming with the Green Tree Boys, in Flagler. But, man, I'm sure those guys are killing it. And they may be the greatest bar band in the world. They may be just absolutely incredible. I still probably wouldn't want to sit in with them. It's just, you know, sitting in at this point in my life, man, it's just like, it's kind of the same thing when I got off the road. I was playing at BB King's, and I had the house, you know, gig playing with the BB King All-Stars. And I just got off the road where I felt like every night I was cutting heads, because it was like me and the other guitar player, and we didn't jibe on a personal level. And, you know, part of it is we're from different generations. And, you know, I respect players that he doesn't respect, and he liked things that I just couldn't stand. And, you know, and it would come down to, you know, I'll get deeper into this down the road, but I felt like I'd spent like the last 3 years cutting heads every night. And I just wanted to play my blues gig, you know, the BB King All-Stars, and play with these great guys and be done. But because it's a blues club, inevitably there'd be somebody coming in, oh, so-and-so wants to play. Oh, that's just, and then I'd have to battle guys in the band. They would pit me against the sax player, and I'd have to, you know, that's a pretty tall task. Sax players play way cooler lines than guitar players. And now I'm basically like, you know, okay, sax player, now guitar player. And it's like, and I'm trying to, you know, when you play those things where you're going back and forth with somebody, you try to kind of play back and forth, you know, building on each other's ideas. And, you know, it just was like, there were so many nights where I'm just like, I don't want to cut heads. I don't want to battle anybody tonight. I just want to play for the love of playing. And so I'm looking forward to getting back to playing, but I am in no rush. But I want to know, everybody out there, anybody that's Florida based, Tell me who the best players are. I need a keyboard player too. I need to know who the killer, like top 40 jazz, a little bit of everything player. Who's the best R&B keyboard player in town? Who's the best slap bass player in Tampa? I want to know all of these things. So hit me up in the comments and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Bad Brad, and I just want to let you know that I am now a Sweetwater affiliate. So anything you buy, go to the link in description of this video and you'll see my Sweetwater link. Now check out Sweetwater for superb service and some of the best guitars, amps, pedals, strings, anything you can imagine. They have it, they deliver it to your door, and as a bonus you get Sweetwater candy. It's totally awesome. So check out the link and help this channel out. Thank you so much.